welcome to episode 570 of Prog Review. And today you haven't read the title and description. I'm talking about Please Don't Touch by Steve Hackett. Mr. Stephen Hackett, ex-Plank Spanker with that there, The Genesis. Originally released back in May 1978. My goodness, it's the 40th anniversary year of this record. You forget, don't you? I'm terrible at doing these things, but it was a difficult second solo album. So there you go. You have the now traditional Kim Paul sleeve, and there he is looking moody near, I think it's Santa Monica Pier. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. 6 of one, half dozen the other. Well, not really. It's just 2 songs on here that I'm not. Well, no, three songs I'm not too keen on, but we'll come to that. Starts off with the song Narnia, and it's very much about what it's about C.S. Lewis's Narnia, Lion, Witch of the Wardrobe, that kind of thing. Don't eat the Turkish delight. I'm not a big fan of it. That's it. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not sure if it's the vocals. I think they're done by Steve Walsh of Kansas, I believe. He features on 2 songs, this and the third track, Racing in A, which again I don't know. These are all kind of out and out rocky rock songs, and I don't know. They're not up to the usual left field standard of Hackett's. It's a bit more, that kind of trad rock and roll thing, and I don't know. They don't sit well with me, but I do like Carry On Up a Vicarage, which is again another tribute to Agatha Christie. It's like Agatha Christie mixed with the Carry On films, but it's there's been a Carry On Up at the Vicarage, or you can have. I like the idea of Carry On Up the Vicarage, which is Bernard Bresslaw, only asked, and Sid James. Very literary album, isn't it? Very literary album. There's like I say, we have C.S. Lewis and Agatha Christie rubbing shoulders in the first couple of tracks. So, but I like that one. It demonstrates the humour that sadly started to lack from Genesis songs. Him and I think Hackett and Gabriel, I think brought the chuckles to the prog when they were with the band, as illustrated here and on Gabriel's solo material. Track 4 is Kim, named after his now ex-missus. Doesn't play that one anymore. It's a personal favourite of mine. It's a very nice guitar, flute, instrumental, riffing off of Eric Satie's Gymnopédie, number 1. Because him and his brother did a whole album of Satie covers, which I thoroughly recommend. It's a very good album. But maybe I'll do that another time. And then the first side ends with How Can I, which we see the great Richie Havens singing on. Richie Havens opened for Genesis, you see, back in the day. Can you imagine that, going to a gig and Richie Havens is the support? I can't imagine that. Again, I always think of him from Woodstock doing his thing, and it's. I mean, I really do like How Can I. I think it's a great track, and I love the chiming 12 strings. It's a really good, really nice song. I like it a lot, and I like Havens' vocals. They really work well with Hackett's music. We flip the album over. We flip it over. Whoop. And we have Open Love Will Last with Randy Crawford. I think it's like a kind of an introduction. But it's a bit schmaltzy, isn't it? You put it on for your girlfriend, and it's one for the ladies. I'm not a big fan of it. It's all right. It's not a bad song per se. It's just it's not a style of music that I'm particularly fond of. But then we have a run. The rest of the record is really good. So it's all downhill, and then we go wee. Then we hit the ground running. Land of a Thousand Autumns is a very very short piece. All these tracks then are musically glued together. So you have a nice long song, but they're kind of all different songs, but glued together. Land of a Thousand Autumns is an instrumental which leads into the title track, Please Don't Touch, a song that was originally offered to Genesis. Apparently there is a version of it in the Genesis archive, but Phil Collins denies this. Hackett says that they recorded it. Collins says he can't find it. Who knows where the truth lies. But again, it was offered for the Windle Mothering album, but and it also riffs on Unquiet Slumbers in the Sleepers on the Quiet Earth thing. That bit, the bit on Windle Mothering. It's kind of an evolution of that. Even has the pipe organ, which goes a bit crimsony, doesn't it? Whenever I hear a pipe organ, I always think of In the Court of the Crimson King, which is nice. Then we have the voice of Nickam, which is a computer program or something. I think it's a computer. Either that, it's the work experience, boy. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's all floaty and nice bit of nylon guitar on that. And then the Stormer that ends the album, Icarus Ascending, which is again lyrically is about the myth of Icarus flying too close to the sun, and it's another favourite of mine. The lyrics are fantastic, and Richie Havens' voice I just love it. I think it's one of the best things Hackett's done, and it's a really really good way of ending an album. It's one of those album closers that works so well, and that with the actual lyrical imagery is it's just it's just a really great track, and I like it a lot. So like I say, a few tracks on it I'm not too keen of. And the rest, I like a lot. So it's a bit of a funny album for me. It's a bit of a, again, it's also, like I said, tonally, you got this kind of balls out rockers with Narnia and Racing in A, and then you go back to the more proggy stuff on the B side, which it feels just a little bit odd. But hey, that's the album. That is it. That's what it is. If you pick up the version that was out in the mid noughties, is it the noughties they call it now? 2005. There was a CD reissue, and it featured John Perry doing vocals on Narnia, and Steve Walsh doing another alternate take of Narnia as well, which is it's there for the completists if you're interested, if you want to hear a different take on those songs. But no, I mean, as a record, I mean, it's a bit, it's a bit different to Voyage of Acolyte. I mean, Voyage of Acolyte can do no wrong. So, I'm a little bit harsh on this. It's like I say, it's the difficult second album, but it's notable for use of guitar synth. It's one of the early guitar synths used on this. Is it the GR500 or whatever it's called? Yeah, GR500 makes an appearance, which is good if you're a guitar anorak and like guitar synthy things. Also, Graham Smith from Van de Graaff Generator makes an appearance. So, and there's some Zappa people, Chester Thompson, Tom Fowler. So, it's all over the place, isn't it? And it's relatively short. Just looking at it, it's only 38 minutes 35. Again, another reason to like it. But yeah, it's worth checking out. It's worth checking out, and especially for the creepy cover with the Victorian toy maker being attacked by his own toys. Automata coming to life. A bit like Blade Runner, isn't it? So yeah, in terms of rating, I've got to think. I'll give this a solid. I'm going to give this a solid 4 Kims out of 5. That's 4 Kims out of 5. Points knocked off for Narnia and Racing. I'm not a big fan of them. You know, I'm not a big fan, but I like the rest of the record. And you know, if you're getting smoochy with the missus, it's Hoping Love Will Last. You know, gets a wave through. You know, one for the ladies. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I haven't done any Hackett decent Hackett for a long time. That's unfair. Why did you say that? Old Hackett. That's better. So we do that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what records to cover on the old Prog review. So don't forget, you can leave your suggestions in the discussion tab of the channel page, rather than just asking me on completely irrelevant comment sections of videos. Don't do that. Put it in the discussion tab where I can ignore it. All right. I'm joking. I do look through them. If I see anything that takes my fancy, I will give it a go. Anyway, thanks again for watching. That's been Steve Hackett's Please Don't Touch, his second album. Do the thumbnail. And we'll do this all again soon. There's only one more thing left to say, and by now you should know what that is, and that is Prog on.